Okay, back with another make.com automation. This automation will work with either Google Docs or your Excel or Microsoft environment. I'm showing it here from simplicity on the Google side, but I've tested this on the Microsoft side as well. But all of the uh, all of the tasks and everything are pretty much the same. There's some changes and differences you need to do on the Word side from a template perspective, but anyway, I'm going to walk you through this. Essentially, this is the flow. What this flow does is there is a intake form that I use with Google Forms. You can also do this with a Power App or any kind of app for that matter, however you have it designed, and send that information to your Excel or Google Sheet. It's very easy to do, but once you capture this information, you'll always have it, right? So that's the nice thing is you'll always be able to see it. But we're adding the element of AI in here to do some summaries for you, right? So I'm capturing the Google Sheet information or the client discovery information, summarizing it, checking for risks, deciding whether it's a low risk or a high risk. I'm saving that document somewhere and I'm sending a message to a Teams channel. It could be a Slack channel, it could be a Discord, it could be whatever you want, right? But this ultimately is the flow that I'm going to show you. So let's build it. So the first thing you need to do is build a template. And I'm not going to go too much in detail on this, but I'm just showing you kind of the basis of how you do this, right? So I have a template here that I've built with some variables to be able to look for. And I built a Google form, and that Google form basically has some capture information. Again, this is very generic, but it gives you the idea. And then we build out our flow, right? So what we're going to do in this particular type of flow, we're going to say, hey, we're at a site. We're capturing the email, we're capturing the client name, the quantity of laptops, desktops, are they on Windows XP or Windows 7, any on Windows 11, right? So you're going to have AI do some analysis of it for you to get you started, right? The whole goal here is to speed up a process so it's not a bunch of manual work or waiting for people to do things, right? So that's the whole purpose of this. So once we submit this data, it goes through the flow here, and I'm gonna emulate the flow by setting one of the items that I have. So when I do this, I'm gonna say choose where to start, but I would have this scheduled to run every 5 minutes or every 10 minutes or whatever. I'm just watching for changes. Really, the schedule is determined upon how many discoveries you're actually doing, right? That's the key thing. So we're gonna choose manually here. All right, we're going to choose the first one here, which is the one I just submitted. And we're going to say OK. And then we're going to click Run. And what this is going to do, it's going to go look at the Google Sheet item that I just submitted from the form. It's going to process it. It's then going to send that data through AI to do some analysis. It's going to decide the risk, which this one it decided the risk was on the high side. So we're going to go check that out. And it sent over the document for me to go look at. So it notified the team, which is great. And we're going to go look at it. So if I go in here and I was like, hey, there it is, right? So I want to open it up and we're going to look at this discovery form. So it pulled from that template and created my document automatically. That's a beautiful thing about this is that you're going to have a lot of information at your fingertips immediately. It may not be 100% perfect, but that's kind of the secret sauce that I'm building into this automation. To really train the AI to understand what we're looking at. So essentially this one says, hey, we did a discovery. Here was the captured date. Here was the client name, the email, risk assessment as a maybe. Client 2 has 35 laptops, blah, 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 blah. They have on-premise server, but no on-premise SharePoint. An issue of concern is the outdated Wi-Fi setup and lack of enterprise-grade firewall, as they are using an old Netgear router and consumer-grade high-speed internet. Due to these security vulnerabilities and the presence of legacy hardware and operating system, there's a potential risk. So you get the idea that, it took the information from what I submitted or what the client submitted or what an engineer submits, does some analysis for you to get you started down the right road, to be able to architect a good solution for them, or determine how many hours you're going to need to put into a scope of work based off some really hardcore information that you're getting from the site. So just wanted to show you that. It's a really nice workflow, works really well, quite simple. You can expand on this. You can add more analysis if you want. You can add more risks. You can have other places for it to save. Like I could go down this route and save it to a OneDrive as well as a Google Doc. and notify a Teams channel and notify a Discord channel or notify a Slack channel, right? You get the idea. You can really flow through this very easily and nicely for any of them. So if you're ever curious and you want some assistance with this, let me know. Be happy to help. But really, the goal of this is to speed up your processes, speed up how much you can bring into the company, how much you can grow, and how much you can really build the business. And that's the whole point of this type of automation consulting, is not to replace jobs. It's to help people do their jobs faster, better, and get more business in the door. All right. So that's it for today. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.